12 students, how are you? So let's discuss about the next topic, a new topic of the carbohydrate topic, the biomolecule chapter, the one of the important organic chapter in which no many reactions, organic reactions are there. You have to just go through the classifications, some structures and some theoretical knowledge of the topic. Today in the lecture we will discuss about the structure of carbohydrates, the different structures of the glucose, fructose, galactose, maltose, sucrose, lactose, starch, cellulose, the all structure let's discuss about. This is the one of the important actually concept of the carbohydrate topic, because without knowing the structure you will not find the initial idea about the concept how the glucose or other carbohydrates are going to be react with the different molecules. So during a classification, with the general idea, you have to be collect the idea about the structural knowledge of the carbohydrate. This topic totally dedicated to this one. So let us start from the glucose, the structure of glucose, which is similar to the structure of pyranose. Let us discuss about the structure of glucose first. Glucose actually exists in two different forms called alpha glucose and beta glucose. Look at the possibilities. Alpha and beta. Every carbohydrate having two different crystalline forms. That is called alpha crystalline form and beta crystalline form. And that is actually depend upon the origination and orientation of the functional group. Actually, so this glucose having same structure. This is the skeleton of the glucose, and the same skeleton you will form here also. This one called skeleton of the glucose. You can see the structure is similar to the structure of pyran. The structure is similar to the structure of pyran. And that is the reason why glucose called pyranose. So let's discuss about, this is the beta. So first OH must be upside and third OH also must be upside. So that is the possibility. Look at the structure. This is called alpha glucose structure and beta. There is the only basic difference that at the first position the OH group will be at a lower side, and here the OH group will be a upside. This is actually indicating that during a bond formation, during a cyclization of the linear structure, how the functional group bonded with oxygen. If oxygen atom attack from the front side to the aldehyde group, it will be result of alpha glucose, and if the oxygen atom come from the back side on the aldehyde group, it will be the result of the beta. That is the only difference of alpha and beta. Look at the structure. This is called pyranose structure and Haworth projection. Pyranose and Haworth projection. Glucose, then after galactose. Galactose. Actually, galactose is the generally similar to the glucose one. Look at the possibility. This is called alpha structure of galactose. OH at the right side. The difference of galactose and glucose is at the position of fourth, just make a numbering also. This is called first position, second position, third, fourth position. This is called fifth position, and this is called sixth position. So at the position of fourth, you can see the OH group attached at the lower side, but in the galactose, that is the only difference. The OH group attached at the upside. This is the structure of alpha galactose. The same structure pyranose. Alpha D pyranose, and this is about the galactopyranose. Okay. For beta, you can just make the first OH at the upside. This is called galactose. Look at the structure of fructose. Actually, fructose is similar to the purine structure. And look at the skeleton. The 5-membered ring with oxygen. The 5-membered ring, you can see, with oxygen, indicating the skeleton actually similar to the purine, and that is why the fructose called purinose also. The structure will be similar. The cyclization of fructose is actually second position to the fifth position. Cyclization in glucose and galactose, first position to the fifth position. CH2OH, 1, 2, 3. At third position, as similar to glucose, OH will be upside. Look at the possibility. This is the structure of alpha fructose, because the OH is a downside. You can just give a numbering also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is the third position. Look at the similarity. At third position, OH is upside. At third position, OH is upside. The similar cyclization structure. Fructose, and this is called purinose structure, Haworth projection. All cyclic structure called Haworth projection. Fructose. All these are having actually isomers with the formula C6H12O6. All these are actually having a same molecular formula with a different structure. They are called isomers. They are called the isomers. Then let's move towards the disaccharides. And in a cellulose, the disaccharides are actually sucrose. So sucrose is actually the dimer of beta fructose and alpha glucose. Alpha glucose and beta fructose. Beta means the OH will be upside. That is the only difference. So you can just make a structure of sucrose also. Sucrose. Here, okay? Just first make glucose structure. Then form beta structure of fructose. Beta structure of fructose. Class, the numbering should be like this: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and here the numbering will be first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is called third position. OH will be inside, OH will be outside, and bonding between C1 to C2. In sucrose, the bonding of carbon means linkage between the two carbohydrates are from the position first to glucose to the position second of fructose, and that bond is called glycosidic linkage. The bond is called glycosidic linkage. The other structure will be similar to like this, and here will be similar CH2OH, OH, H, OH, and here will be CH2OH and H. That is similar to this one, beta and alpha. This is the structure of sucrose. Then the structure of maltose, the next one. The structure of maltose. Actually students, the maltose is actually alpha D glucose dimer. You have to be just repeat the alpha D glucose 2 times. Alpha D glucose. This is the structure of alpha D glucose now. Just go further. Combination from the position first to the position fourth. So maltose is just alpha D glucose. And the structure will be similar to the alpha D glucose, this one. The linkage will be position first to the position fourth. This is the position fourth. This is called a maltose dimer. The structure will be similar to the alpha D glucose. Fine. Then structure is lactose. Actually, the lactose is beta D galactose and beta D glucose. Both will be beta, but beta galactose and beta glucose. Look at the structure. Students, look at the possibility. Beta glucose means OH will be upside. Beta galactose means OH will be upside. So here will be bonding. This is called galactose. It will be very noticeable point. Always galactose bond with glucose, not glucose bond with galactose. Means the galactose must be at the position first, glycosidic linkage, with glucose at the position 4. You cannot make the glucose first because there will be change of the position. So this is also C1 to C4 glycosidic linkage. C1 to C4 glycosidic linkage, in which C1 will be galactose, beta galactose, C4 will be beta glucose. This is the structure of lactose. Now you can just draw the structure of starch. Actually, starch is a polymer and it has a complex structure called amylose and amylopectin. Amylose and amylopectin. It is a water soluble part, about 15 to 20% of the 100%, and the rest of the amylopectin, which is a bronzed. Amylose is actually C1C4 linear polymer, and it is C1C4 linear polymer with a branch at C1C6. Branching at C1C6 and linear polymerization at C1C4. It is just like a structure of maltose. Structure of similar to the maltose, but here is a dimer and here will be polymer. Means amylose is similar to the maltose, but maltose is dimer, disaccharide, and amylose is polymer. linear polymer. So just you have to draw the linear polymer and look at the branching actually. Alpha D glucose. Class, this is the polymerization. Here will be polymerization actually run in this side, and here will polymerization run in this side. This is called a linear polymerization of alpha glucose, fine. And this is the structure of amylose. But if the two different amylose structures branched at the 6th position, it will be formed amylopectin, which is water insoluble. Which is water insoluble. So here will be CS2, the bonding at the 6th position, okay? Class, look, this is called 6th position. This is called 6th position. This is bond with the 1st position. The 6th position bond at the 1st position of alpha glucose. This is called branching actually. This is called branching. You have to be just run the parallel two lines of amylose and branch at the 1st position of the one line with the 6th position of the another line. That will make a branch between two amylose linear polymer, and that will be formed amylopectin. And same way, the cellulose is actually it is a polymer of beta D glucose. Beta D glucose. Position at C1 to C4 means you have to just draw the beta polymer that is called actually cellulose. It is totally and completely water insoluble because due to the beta formation there is a branch formed actually between the glucose monomers. So students, the important thing is you have to be just go through the one of the structure called glucose, that is linear structure in the form of alpha beta, and that glucose structure actually repeating many times to form a different structures. And the same way you have to just learn the structure of fructose also. The sucrose is actually a disaccharide in which there is alpha and there is beta fructose. And this is the reason on hydrolysis the sucrose produces alpha glucose and beta fructose, and that is the why it is called invert sugar, because the sucrose is actually a positive rotatory, a right rotation, but on hydrolysis it will produce a left rotatory fructose. This is called inversion of the sugar, and sugar called invert sugar. This is about the sucrose. Sucrose is also having the one of the nature that is called non-reducing. All polysaccharides and sucrose are non-reducing because functional groups are just combined, and in other forms the functional groups are actually free. They are called reducing sugar. This is all about the structure of the different carbohydrates. First go through the different structures, then we'll discuss about the next topic. Thank you.